Mhm. Ah, hello. There a presence here in my study? Yes, I think there is. Well, the veil is thin this time of year, and I am glad to have you with me. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Charles. I'm a writer, which is a rather lonely profession. So I do prefer this time of year, as this is when I give my holiday recital, one of my favorite stories. And the life of a writer is mostly exchanging written missives back and forth in a kind of void. I'm sure you wouldn't know what that's like. Well, tonight, we are sharing the same space, such as it is. And there's a bit of a addition, though. Tonight's performance will have a bit of a technological accompaniment. For instance, over here is a model of one of the magic lanterns that I saw in my youth. Yes, oh, the stories that they would tell with beautiful painted light. Oh my goodness. Hello there, little spirit. Oh, are you doing well this evening? Yes. I can't hear you, but I'll see if you nod or shake your head. Yes, it seems like you're ambulating about quite well. And you're holding completely still, so I'll take that as ambivalence, perhaps. Now, as I was saying, I have a magic lantern over here. On my other side is a popular device of my day, the stereoscope, which allows you to see photography in 3 dimensions. Well, tonight's performance, we shall combine them together for a kind of stereoscopic magic lantern show, in which I will be your humble narrator. Now, it is a bit of an experimental technology, so if at any point the communication across the veil happens to cease for any reason, well, then merely send a missive to our our team behind the scenes, as it were. We shall try to rectify it. Before we begin, I do have a bit of a personal question for you. I hope that's all right. Yes? Okay, well, I'll take that as ambivalence once again. Now, you perhaps someone who enjoys the holidays? Yes? Well, not everyone does. You know, it can be rather a melancholy time. Yes, for many. For you see, they are supposed to be times of joy, but they aren't always for everyone. Yes, it's quite unfortunate. Now, this isn't just a holiday story, of course. It's also a ghost story. So, I have to ask, do you believe in ghosts? They do come in all shapes and forms. Sometimes they're little friendly spirits like yourself. Finally, let's make sure that everything is ready to go. One of our technicians behind the scenes is Beauregard. Are you ready to proceed, Beauregard? Yeah. There we are. That's our projectionist. Without any further ado, I do see you flitting about, little sprite. Are you ready to proceed? Go ahead and give me a jolly nod. Ha! Lovely. All right then, since everyone's ready, let's begin. Mark dead. To begin with, this must be distinctly understood, or nothing wonderful can come of the story I'm about to relate. You see, Scrooge never painted out old Marley's name. There it stood for years afterwards, above the warehouse door. Scrooge and Marley. Oh, but he was a tight fisted hand at the grindstone. Scrooge, no wind that blew was bitterer than he. Nobody ever stopped him in the street to say with gladsome looks, "Oh, my dear Scrooge, how are you? When will you come to see me? Ah, ah, bah. Oh, my goodness. But what did Scrooge care? It was the very thing he'd like, to edge his way along the crowded paths of life, warning all human sympathy to keep its distance. Sorry. Yeah. Once upon a time, of all the good days of the year, on Christmas Eve, old Scrooge sat busy in his counting house. There you are. Now, the door was open that he might keep an eye upon his clerk, who in the next cell beyond was copying letters. Now, Scrooge had a very small fire, but the clerk's fire was so very much smaller that it looked like one coal. A Merry Christmas, Uncle! God save you! Now, this, of course, was the voice of Scrooge's nephew, who came upon him so quickly that, this was the first intimation he had of his approach. Bah! Humbug! A Christmas humbug, Uncle? Oh, surely you don't mean that. I do. What right have you to be merry? You're poor enough. Oh, come then, what right have you to be dismal? You're rich enough. If I could work my will, then every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled in his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart. Keep Christmas in your own way and let me keep it in mine. Keep it, but you don't keep it. Let me leave it alone then. What good may it do you? Well, don't be angry, Uncle. Dine with us tomorrow. Look, I want nothing from you. I ask nothing of you. Why cannot we be friends? Good afternoon. Well, I'm sorry, with all my heart, to find you so resolute, but I'll keep my Christmas humor till the last. So, a Merry Christmas, Uncle. Good afternoon. And a Happy New Year. Good afternoon. Oh, Merry Christmas, Bob. Oh, Merry Christmas to you, good sir. Oh, dear. Now, there's another fellow, my clerk, with 15 shillings a week and a wife and family, talking about a Merry Christmas. I'll retire to Bedlam. Well, this lunatic, in letting Scrooge's nephew out, had let another gentleman in. He was portly, but pleasant to behold, you see, and now he stood and tipped his hat to him. Oh, yes. Scrooge and Marley's, I presume. Have I the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley? Mr. Marley has been dead these 7 years. Oh, well, at this festive season of the year, Mr. Scrooge, it is more than usually desirable that we should make some slight provision for the poor and destitute who suffer greatly at the present time. Many thousands are in want of common necessaries, and many hundreds of thousands are in want of common comforts, sir. A few of us are endeavouring to buy the poor some meat and drink and means of warmth. Yes. Yes. Are there no prisons? Oh, sir, there are plenty of prisons. And the union workhouses, are they still in operation? Oh, they are. Still, I wish I could say they were not. Oh! I was afraid that something had happened to stop them in their useful course. I am very glad to hear it. I don't make merry myself at Christmas, and I can't afford to make idle people merry. I help to support the establishments I have mentioned. They cost enough, and those who are badly off must go there. But, sir, many can't go there. Many would rather die. If they would rather die, then they had better do it. Decrease the surplus population. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Well, seeing clearly that it would be useless to pursue their point, the gentlemen withdrew. Meanwhile, the fog and darkness thickened, as you can see. At length the hour of shutting up the counting-house arrived, and with an ill will Scrooge dismounted from his stool and tacitly admitted the fact to the expectant clerk. You'll want all day tomorrow, I suppose. Well, if it's quite convenient, sir. No, it's not convenient. And not fair. Oh, if I was to stop £0.50 for it, you'd think yourself ill-used. I'll be bound. Yet you don't think me ill-used when I pay a day's wages for no work. Oh, well, sir, it is only once a year, sir. Poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. I suppose you must have the whole day. Be here all the earlier next morning. The clerk promised that he would, and Scrooge walked out with a growl. Now, in his usual melancholy tavern and went home. He lived in a gloomy suite of rooms in a lowering old pile of a building. Now, well, it is a fact that there was nothing at all particular about the knocker on the door. What are you doing all the way over there? Come on, we must move around the magic lantern projection. You can't stay still. It's a moving show now. Now, as you could see, there's nothing unusual about the knocker on the door. I mean, it is very large, but let anyone explain to me, anyone watching here, how it is that Scrooge, having his key in the lock of the door, saw in the knocker but Marley's face. Marley's face. As Scrooge looked fixedly at this phenomenon, it was a knocker again. Pooh. Scrooge was not a man to be frightened by echoes, but he did walk through his room just to make sure that all was right. No one under the bed. No one in his dressing gown, which... oh, you've taken up residence in the bed there. Hope you're comfy. No, in his dressing gown, which is, as you can see, it is hanging up in a rather suspicious attitude up against the wall. It was that moment that his glance happened to rest upon a bell, a disused bell that hung in the corner of the room. But it was with great astonishment and an inexplicable dread that he saw this bell begin to swing. It rang out loudly, succeeded by a clanking noise deep down below, as if some person were dragging a heavy chain over the casks in the wine merchant's cellar. It's humbug still! I won't believe it! How now? What do you want with me? Who are you? Well, who were you then? You're particular for a shade. And if you were my partner, Jacob Marley, yes, I can hear your voice inside my mind. But no, I don't believe you. Yeah, your voice is terrifying. It's reverberating through the room. I don't believe in you. And I don't believe in you because, well, I doubt my senses. Yes, you see, a little thing affects them. A slight disorder of the stomach makes them cheats. Why, you might be an undigested bit of beef. a crumb of cheese. Look at that, you're gone already. You must have been a fragment of an underdone potato. Ha! Oh, there's more of gravy than of grave about you, whatever you were. In his confidence, Scrooge saw the ghost appear again. And the ghost screamed at him with a foul breath. Mercy! Oh, dreadful apparition! Dreadful apparition! Why do you trouble me? Ghost disappeared again, back into the ether. Where did it go? Wow, I must have eaten something quite awful. I must call the physician. It was then that the story, well, it went a bit off the rails, everyone, so stay with me while you are. You see, well, I guess I'll just have to go ahead and play the ghost for you. Would you know the length and weight of that chain? And then Scrooge said, you are fettered. Tell me why. I wear the chain I wore in life. I linked it inch by inch and yard by yard. Would you know the strength of the strong coil you bear yourself? It is a ponderous chain. Oh, old Jacob Marley, tell me more. Speak comfort to me, Jacob. Tonight, I have come to warn you that you might have a chance and hope of escaping my fate, a chance and hope of my procuring Ebenezer. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, you always were a good friend to me.
Ebenezer! Ebenezer!
The ghost returned. Yeah. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you for that chance. Oh, you always were a good friend to me. Thank you.
You will be haunted by 3 spirits.
The ghost's voice reverberated in his mind once again. Is that the chance and hope you mentioned, Jacob?
It is.
I think I'd rather not.
Without their visits, you cannot hope to shun the path I tread. Expect the first tomorrow when the bell tolls.
Couldn't I take them all at once and have it over with, Jacob?
Expect the second on the next night at the same hour. The third upon the next night when the last stroke of 12 ceased to vibrate. Look to see me no more, and look that, for your own sake, you remember what has passed between us.
Ugh. The air was filled with phantoms, wandering hither and thither in restless haste, and whispering as they went. Every one of them wore chains, none were free. Whether these creatures faded into mist or mist enshrouded them, he could not tell. Scrooge closed the window, and from the emotion he had undergone, or, the fatigues of the day, or his glimpse of the invisible world, went straight to bed without undressing and fell asleep upon the instant. Shh, 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 shh. Now, well, that was quite interesting, wasn't it? This is usually the moment that I take the time to rehydrate. Oh, which of... Now, when Scrooge awoke, it was dark. He was endeavoring to pierce the darkness when the chimes of a neighboring church struck 12. The ghost had warned him of a visitation when the bell tolled 1. He resolved to lie awake until at length it broke upon his listening ear with a deep, dark, hollow, melancholy 1. Light flashed up in the room upon the instant, and the curtains of his bed were drawn aside. Scrooge, sitting up suddenly, found himself face to face with the unearthly visitor who drew them. Well, as close to it as I am to you now, dear viewer. Are you the spirit, sir, whose coming was foretold to me?
I am?
Who and what are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past!
Long past?
No, your past!
What business brings you here?
Your welfare!
Oh, well, I'm much obliged, but can't help thinking that a night of unbroken rest would have been more conducive to that end.
Your reclamation, then! Take heed! Rise and walk with me!
The words were spoken. They passed through the wall and found themselves on an open country road, with fields on either hand. The city had entirely vanished. It was a clear, cold winter evening with snow upon the ground. Oh, good heaven! I was bred in this place. Oh, I was a boy here. Oh.
Your lip is trembling, and what is that upon your cheek?
A pimple. I beg of you, leave me where you will. Why are you making me float like you do, spirit? Stop it.
You recollect the way?
Remember it. I could walk it blindfolded.
Strange to have forgotten it after so many years. Let us go on.
They walked along the road, Scrooge recognizing every gate and post and tree, until a little market town appeared in the distance, with its bridge, its church, and a winding river.
The school is not quite deserted. A solitary child, neglected by his friends, is left there still.
I know. Entering the dreary hall, there was a chilly bareness in the place, which associated itself somehow with too much getting up by candlelight and not too much to eat. A door at the back of the house disclosed a long, bare, melancholy room, made barer still by lines of plain desks. At one of these, a lonely boy was sitting near a feeble fire, and Scrooge wept to see his poor, forgotten self as he used to be. Oh. Suddenly, a man in foreign garments, wonderfully real and distinct to look at, stood outside the window. With an axe stuck in his belt, and leading by the bridle a donkey laden with wood. It's Ali Baba. Well, it's dear old honest Ali Baba. Yes, I know. One Christmas time when yonder solitary child was left all alone, he did come for the first time, just like that. Oh, 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 poor boy. Oh, poor boy. I wish. Yeah, but it's too late now.
What is the matter?
Nothing. I had nothing. There was a boy singing a Christmas carol outside my door last night. I should like to have given him something. That's all.
Let us see another Christmas!
They had at that moment left the school behind them. They were now in the busy thoroughfares of the city. Here, too, it was Christmas time again. The ghost stopped at a certain warehouse door.
Do you know it?
Know it? Oh, I was apprenticed here. Why, it's old Fezziwig. Oh, bless his heart. Why, it's Fezziwig alive again. Oh, ha, ha. Yo-ho there, Ebenezer. Ha, ha, ha. Scrooge's former self, now grown a young man, came briskly in. Oh, yo-ho, my boy. No more work tonight. Christmas Eve, Ebenezer. Hi-ho, clear away, my lads. Let's have lots of room here. Oh, there was nothing they wouldn't have cleared away with old Fezziwig looking on. It was done in a minute. The lamps were trimmed, and the warehouse was as bright and snug a ballroom as you would desire to see on a winter's night. In came a fiddler with a music book. In came Mrs. Fezziwig, one vast, substantial smile. In came the 3 Ms. Fezziwigs, and in came the 6 young followers whose hearts they broke. In came all the young men and young women involved in the business, and away they all went, 20 couples at once, round and round. During the whole of this, Scrooge acted like a man out of his wits. Yes, yes. His heart and soul were in the scene, and with his former self he remembered everything, enjoyed everything, and underwent the strangest agitation.
A silly matter! A strange matter to make these silly folks so filled with gratitude!
Oh, small.
Why, is it not? He has spent but a few pounds of your mortal money. It is so much that he deserves this praise.
It isn't that. Spirit, he has the power to render us happy or unhappy, to make our service light or burdensome, a pleasure or a toil. And the happiness he gives is quite as great as if it cost a fortune.
What is the matter?
Nothing particular. I should like to be able to say a word or two to my clerk just now. That's all.
My time grows short.
This produced an immediate effect, for again Scrooge saw himself. He was older now, a man in the prime of life. His face had not the harsh lines of later years, but it had begun to wear the signs of care and avarice. Now, he sat by the side of a fair young girl, in whose eyes there were tears. Yes. Another idol has displaced me, and if it can come, and if it can comfort you in time to come, as I would have tried to do, I've no just cause to grieve. No. What idol has displaced you? No. A golden one. Seen your nobler aspirations fall off one by one, until the master passion, gain, grosses you. Our contract is an old one. It was made when we were both poor and content to be so. You are changed. I release you with a full heart. May you be happy in the life you have chosen. She left him and they parted. No, no, come back. No. No, spirit, tell me no more. Conduct me home.
I told you that these were shadows of things that have been, that they are what they are. Do not blame me.
Remove me. I cannot bear it. Haunt me no longer. He turned upon the ghost, and seeing that it looked upon him with a face in which there were fragments of all the faces it had shown him, he wrestled with it. He was then conscious of being exhausted and overcome by an irresistible drowsiness, and further of being in his own bedroom. He barely had time to reel to bed before he sank into a heavy sleep. All right. Now we take one more moment to rehydrate. Shall we? What water tastes like. Delicious nothing. Awakening in the middle of a prodigiously tough snore. Come on now, we've got a story to tell. Scrooge felt that he was restored to consciousness in the right nick of time for the special purpose of holding a conference with the second messenger dispatched to him. When the bell struck 1, he got up softly in his slippers and shuffled to the door. Now, it was his own room, there was no doubt about that, but it had undergone a surprising transformation. The walls and ceiling were hung with living green, that it looked a perfect grove, from every part of which bright gleaming berries glistened. There sat a jolly giant, ha! Glorious to see.
Come in. Come in and know me better, man.
Scrooge entered timidly, and though the spirit's eyes were clear and kind, he did not like to meet them.
I am the ghost of Christmas present. Look upon me. You've never seen the like of me before.
Never.
Have never walked forth with my elder brothers born in these later years?
I'm afraid I have not. Have you had many brothers, Spirit?
More than 1,800.
Oh, tremendous family to provide for. Spirit, conduct me where you will. I went forth last night on compulsion, and I learnt a lesson, which is working now. Tonight, if you have aught to teach me, let me profit by it.
Grab my robe.
Scrooge did as he was told and held it fast, and they stood upon the street on morning. The ghost led him straight to Scrooge's clerk's house, and on the threshold of the door the spirit smiled and stopped to bless Bob Cratchit's dwelling. Up rose Mrs. Cratchit, dressed but poorly, in a twice-turned gown, but brave in ribbons. She laid the cloth, assisted by Belinda Cratchit, second of her daughters, and then 2 smaller Cratchits, boy and girl, came tearing in, screaming and basking in luxurious thoughts of sage and onion. They danced about the table, and then in came little Bob, the father, his threadbare clothes darned up and brushed to look seasonable, and Tiny Tim upon his shoulder. Alas for Tiny Tim here. He bore a little crutch, and had his limbs supported by an iron frame. And how did little Tim behave? Oh, he's good as gold, and bare. There you are. Somehow, sitting by himself so much, he thinks the strangest things you ever heard. He told me, coming home, that he hoped the people saw him in the church because it might be pleasant for them upon Christmas Day to remember who it was that made lame beggars walk and blind men see. Bob's voice was tremulous as he told them this, and trembled even more when he told them that Tim was growing strong and hearty. Mrs. Cratchit left to take the pudding up, and in half a minute she entered, flushed but smiling proudly. Oh, a wonderful pudding! Everybody had something to say about it, but nobody said or thought that it was at all small pudding for such a large family. No, it would have been flat heresy to do so. At last the dinner was all done, the cloth was cleared, the fire made up, and the whole Cratchit family drew round the hearth. I'll give you Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast. Oh, the founder of the feast indeed. I had him here. I'll give him a piece of my mind to feast upon, I would. My dear, the children. Christmas Day. It should be Christmas Day. I am sure on each one drinks the health of such an odious, dingy, unfeeling man as Mr. Scrooge. I'll drink his health for your sake and the day's, but not for his. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. He'll be very merry and very happy, I've no doubt. It was the first of their proceedings which had no heart in it. Scrooge was the ogre of the family. The mere mention of his name cast a dark shadow over the party, which was not dispelled for a full 5 minutes, but after it had passed, they were 10 times merrier than before. A Merry Christmas to us all, my dears. Oh, God bless us. God bless us, every one, said Tiny Tim. Spirit, tell me if Tiny Tim will live.
I see a vacant seat in the poor chimney corner, and a crutch without an owner carefully preserved.
Oh.
If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, child will die.
Oh, no. No. Oh, kind spirit, say he will be spared.
What then? If he be like to die, he had better do it and decrease the surplus population. Man, if man you be in heart, forbear that wicked cant until you know what the surplus is and where it is. Will you decide what men shall live and what men shall die? It might be that, in the sight of heaven, you are more worthless and less fit to live than millions like this poor man's child.
Scrooge bent his head before the ghost's rebuke, and trembling cast his eyes upon the ground. But Scrooge and the spirit were again upon their travels. Much they saw, and far they went, and many homes they visited, but always with a happy end. The spirit stood beside sick beds, and they were cheerful. By poverty, and it was rich. In almshouse, in hospital, in jail, in miseries, every refuge the spirit left his blessing. It was a long night. If it were only a night, but Scrooge had his doubts of this, because the Christmas holidays appeared to be condensed into the space of time they passed together. It was then that Scrooge looked about him for the ghost and saw it not. As the last stroke of 12 ceased to vibrate, he remembered the prediction of old Jacob Marley, and lifting up his eyes beheld a solemn phantom, draped and hooded, coming like a mist along the ground towards him. I am in the presence of the ghost of Christmas yet to come. You were about to show me the shadows of the things that have not happened, but will happen in the time before us. Is that so, Spirit? Yes. Well, lead on. Lead on. The night is waning fast, and it is precious time to me, I know. Lead on, Spirit. The phantom moved away as it had come. The city seemed to spring up about them and encompass them of its own act, but there they were in the heart of it. The spirit stopped beside one little knot of businessmen. Oh. No, said a great fat man with a monstrous chin. Oh, I don't know much about it either way. I only know he's dead. What has he done with his money? Asked a red-faced gentleman. I haven't heard. He hasn't left it to me, that's all I know. It's likely to be a very cheap funeral, for upon my life I don't know of anybody to go to it. I know those men. The phantom glided on. They went into an obscure part of town where Scrooge had never penetrated before. Sitting in amongst the wares he dealt in by a charcoal stove was a grey-haired rascal. Scrooge and the phantom came into the presence of this man just as a woman with a heavy bundle slunk into the shop. What odds then? Huh? What odds then, old Joe? Every person has a right to take care of themselves. He always did. True indeed. No man more so. Who's the worse for the loss of a few things like these, eh? Not a dead man, I suppose. If he wanted to keep him after he was dead, then why wasn't he natural in his lifetime? If he had been, he'd have had somebody to look after him when he was struck with death, instead of lying, gasping out his last alone by himself. Open up that bundle, old Joe. Let me know the value of it. Do you call this, then, curtains? You don't mean to say you took him down, rings and all, with him lying there? Yes, I do. Why not? He frightened everyone away from him when he was alive, to profit us when he was dead. Spirit, I see. The case of this unhappy man might be my own. My life tends that way now, I suppose. Oh, merciful heavens, what is this? He recoiled in terror, for the scene had changed again, and now he almost touched a bed. A bare, curtained bed, on which, beneath a ragged sheet, there lay something covered up. A pale light fell straight upon the bed, and on it, unwatched, unwept, uncared for, was the body of this man. Scrooge glanced towards the phantom, but its steady hand was pointed towards the head. Spirit, this is a fearful place. In leaving it, I shan't leave its blessing. Trust me. Let us go. I beseech you, let me see some tenderness connected with the death. Ghost conducted him through several streets now familiar to his feet. They entered poor Bob Cratchit's house and found the mother and the children seated round the fire. Quiet. I wouldn't show weak eyes to your father when he comes home, not for the world. But I think he has walked a little slower these last few evenings. I've known him walk with Tiny Tim very fast indeed, but he was very light to carry. His father loved him so. There was no trouble. No trouble. Oh, there's your father at the door. Bob was very cheerful with them and spoke pleasantly to all the family. Oh, my dear. I wish you could have gone. It had done you good to see how green a place it is. Yeah, but you'll see it often. Promised him that I would walk there on a Sunday. Oh, my little child. Oh, my little child. Oh, Spirit. Something informs me that our parting moment is at hand. I know it, but I know not how. Tell me what man that was that we saw lying dead. The phantom led him through an iron gate to a churchyard. The spirit stood amongst the graves and pointed down to one. Before I draw nearer that stone which you point, answer me one question. Are they the shadows of the things that will be, or are they the shadows of the things that may be only? The spirit was immovable as ever, and following the finger, Scrooge read upon the stone of the neglected grave, his own name. Oh, am I that man who lay upon the bed? Oh, no, Spirit. Why show me this in my past all hope? Show me yet that I may change these shadows you have shown me by an altered life. I will try to keep Christmas in my heart. Try to keep it all the year. I will live in the past and the present and the future. I will not shut out the lessons that they teach. Oh, tell me I may sponge away the writing on this stone. In his agony, he caught the spectre's robe. The spirit repulsed him. Holding up his hands in a last prayer to have his fate reversed, he saw an alteration in the phantom's hood and dress. Trunk collapsed and dwindled down into a bedpost. And the bedpost was his own. The bed was his own. Best and happiest of all the time before him was his own, to make amends in. Spirits of all three shall strive within me. Oh, Jacob Marley, heaven and the Christmas time be praised for this. Oh, the shadows of the things that may have been will be dispelled. I know they will be. Oh, I'm as light as a feather. Oh, I'm as merry as a schoolboy. Oh, I'm as happy as an angel. Oh, hello. Woof. Hello there. Yes, you there. What day is it today? Day? Why, it's Christmas Day. It's Christmas Day. I haven't missed it. The spirits have done it all in one night. Do you know the poulterers? The one at the corner. Do you know if they've sold the prize turkey that was hanging up there? No, not the little prize turkey, the big one. Yes, go and buy it and have them bring it here. I'll send it to Bob Cratchit. He shan't know who sends it. Oh, it's twice the size of Tiny Tim. Oh, hello. Whoop. There's the turkey. Oh, my goodness. Merry Christmas, sir. Oh, that's much too big to carry to Camden Town. You must have a cab. Oh, the chuckle with which he said this, and the chuckle with which he paid for the cab, were only to be exceeded by the chuckle with which he sat down breathless in his chair and chuckled till he cried. He at last got out into the streets, and he had not gone far when, coming on towards him, he beheld the portly gentleman who had walked into his counting-house the day before. Oh dear, not him. My dear sir, I hope you succeeded yesterday. It was very kind of you. A Merry Christmas to you, sir. Mr. Scrooge? Yes, that is my name, and allow me to ask your pardon. Oh, and will you have the goodness? Lord bless me, my dear Scrooge, are you serious? Not a farthing less. A great many back payments are included in it, I assure you. Will you do me that favor? Yes? My dear sir, I don't know what to say. Don't say anything. Come and see me. Will you come and see me? I will. Oh, thank you. I thank you 50 times. Oh, I'm much obliged to you. In the afternoon, he turned his steps towards his nephew's house. Fred, it's I, your Uncle Scrooge. I have come to dinner. Will you let me in, Fred? Who is that? Let him in. Why, it's a mercy he didn't shake his arm off. Oh, yes. Oh, he was at home in 5 minutes. Nothing could be heartier. Wonderful party, wonderful games, wonderful unanimity, wonderful. He was early at the office next morning. Oh, yes, if he could only be there and catch Bob Cratchit coming in late. That is what he had his heart set upon, and he did it. He was a full 18 minutes and a half behind his time. Hello? What do you mean by coming here at this time of day? I am very sorry, sir. I am behind my time. There you are. Oh, yes, I think you are. Step this way, sir, if you please. Only once a year, sir. It shall not be repeated. I was making rather merry yesterday, sir. Now, I'll tell you what, my friend. I'm not going to stand for this sort of thing any longer. Therefore, I'm going to raise your salary. Yes, a Merry Christmas, Bob, my good fellow. A merrier Christmas than I have given you for many a year. I am going to raise your salary, and I'm going to endeavor to assist your struggling family. And we'll discuss your affairs this very afternoon over a bowl of smoking bishop, Bob Cratchit. Oh, Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all and infinitely more. And Tiny Tim, who did not die. Yeah, well, to Tiny Tim, he was a second father. He became as good a friend, as good a man, as the good old city knew. Some people laughed to see the alteration in him, but he let them laugh, and little he heeded them, for his own heart laughed, and that was quite enough for him. He had no further encounter with spirits, and it was always said of him that he knew how to keep Christmas well. If any man alive possessed the knowledge, may that truly be said of us, and all of us. And so, as Tiny Tim observed, God bless us, every one. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to this evening's performance of A Christmas Carol starring Debbie Deere.
Woo! Thank you everyone for coming, Jackie, and thank you to my amazing co-star, Arita.
And that concludes this evening's performance. A special thank you to everyone watching on the live stream at home, and thank you to our entire crew and staff, which includes a stage manager, director, engineers, asset designers, and so many more. And go ahead, keep applauding. There he is in the rafters again, Beauregard. Those credits will stream right now, so you have to applaud all the way through all of them. Just kidding. Happy holidays! Happy holidays!
Special thanks to June and Claudette in Jamaica and Saran watching from Canada.
Oh my goodness.